Hello friends, it's Miss Stephanie from Squixy.
Yay.
Today we're talking all about patterns. Patterns appear in so many different places. There are patterns in nature, design, grammar, science, even your grandpa's ugliest shirt.
Hey, I like this shirt.
Most of all, patterns are found in math. Mathematical patterns are found in all four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Sometimes numbers grow, shrink, double, or repeat. Have you ever looked at a multiplication table closely? Like really closely? Like really closely? Let's take a look. There are many patterns to notice on a multiplication table. Right away, I notice how each row and column show numbers from 1 to 12. Every multiple of 5 ends in a 5 or 0. Every multiple of 2 ends with a 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. Then it repeats: 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0 again. I notice that each doubles fact comes to a point. For example, 7 times 7 comes to a point at 49. 10 times 10 comes to a point at 100. The product of two even numbers is always even. For example, 4 is an even number, 2 is an even number. 4 times 2 makes 8, which is also an even number. The product of an odd number and an even number is always even. For example, 5, which is an odd number, and 10, which is an even number, when multiplied together makes 50, and that's even. The product of an odd number, like 9, and another odd number, like 11, makes an odd number. 11 times 9 is 99. Finally, if one factor is doubled, the product is also doubled. Let me show you what I mean. 3 times 2 is 6. If I double 2, I make 4, and 3 times 4 is 12. 6 doubled is 12. Let's try another one. 6 times 5 is 30. If I double 5, I get 10. 6 times 10 is 60, which is 30 doubled. These are just a few patterns. There are so many other patterns that you'll notice as you become more confident in math. Another way to see patterns is to use an input-output table. An input-output table is a way to organize numbers in a table. Here's an example. Take a look at this table. The number in the input column follows a certain rule that results in the number in the output column. The rule is usually an operation followed by a number. For example, a rule might be multiply by 4, subtract 7, add 3, or even divide by 2. Let's look at these numbers. If I'm comparing the number in the input column to the number in the output column, I can see that the 2 somehow turns into a 10. 10 is bigger than 2, so it must be growing. That means that my choices are addition or multiplication. 2 plus 8 is 10, but 4 plus 8 is not 20. And since the rule needs to make sense for every single relationship, that's not going to work. 2 times 5 is 10. 4 times 5 is 20. 6 times 5 is 30. And 8 times 5 is 40. The rule is to multiply by 5. Every time the rule is applied, multiply by 5, the output number is accurate. We found the rule.
Yay!
Well done, you guys. We found the rule. Every time we multiply the input number by 5, we get the number in the output category. Nice job. High five. Let's try using an input-output table in a word problem this time. Every summer, Dooflings look forward to the Wild and Wacky Waffle Jubilee. The Jubilee is held outdoors in one of the largest gubble tree forests on planet Doof.
Yay!
Hexapods from all over come with their very best waffle and jam recipes in hopes of taking home the grand prize. If the 7 finalists each bring 4 pounds of jam to the final round of the Jubilee, how many pounds are there in all? After rereading this problem, I can see that there are a few sentences that aren't really that helpful. For example, the Jubilee is held outdoors in one of the largest gobbletree forests on planet Doof. Super interesting, not at all important to this problem. Hexapods from all over come with their very best waffle and jam recipes in hopes of taking home the grand prize. I don't really need that in order to answer the question at the end. Now that I've eliminated 2 sentences, I can focus on what the question is asking, which is, if the 7 finalists each bring 4 pounds of jam to the final round, how many pounds are there in all? Now that I know what the question is asking, I've set a plan to use an input-output table to help me organize my information. Thank you. Here's a blank input-output table. The first thing I need to do is figure out what numbers are going to be placed in the input category. For this particular problem, the input category is going to represent the finalist. The output category will represent how many pounds of jam they bring. I know that every finalist brings 4 pounds of jam. So one finalist will bring 4 pounds of jam, which means if there are 2 finalists, there are 8 pounds of jam. 3 finalists will bring 12 pounds of jam, and now I can see a pattern. Every number in the input category is increasing by 1, so I'm going to continue the pattern. This makes sense because there are 7 finalists in the Jubilee. The numbers in the output category are increasing by 4 because each finalist is bringing 4 pounds of jam. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. The rule here is to multiply by 4. How many pounds of jam will 7 finalists bring? 28. Well done, friends.
Yay!
Just remember, patterns are everywhere in math. Sometimes numbers are growing, shrinking, doubling, or repeating. Certain tools like multiplication tables can be very helpful too. Keep practicing and it'll get easier. Remember, learn fast, learn fun.